Recording.
Hell yeah, back for week
All right,
four.
ready to go. All right, whenever you're ready, Commish.
All right, so yeah, guys, welcome back to week uh, four of the Cake Eaters League.
Yep.
We took week off, had some stuff to get taken care of, so we didn't get a chance to record, but we're excited to be back this week with a week three recap and a week four preview.
Yep.
Grant, you are the only undefeated team, I believe, still left in
Yep.
the league. What's it like
There's
to be
one team
what?
left. On
Yeah,
top of the hill stands one team.
that's right. We had our first trade in the league, so that's
Yep.
pretty.
Yeah, between you and what, Jimmy's Coffee, right?
Nope, Jimmy's Coffee and I put together a trade that it's going to be nice for me right away and could be okay for him, but we'll see from there. So
Yeah.
I suppose
Um,
we should get into the week three preview or recap.
yeah. Let me just share my screen here.
Do it. No, it was an interesting week. It's gonna turn into we're only gonna do these streams at this rate if I win the week before because
Oh yeah.
we did not win in week two, and
Oh,
we
hold
can do one of these. So if I lose this week, don't expect a video for next week.
on. Let me see if I can find. Hold on. We're gonna live time here
Yeah,
on my pencil. Our
you're
guessing record.
good.
We haven't added up week 2 yet because we
Oh,
missed last week.
we did miss last week, but no,
Hold on.
that's
BRB. Let me go grab a pencil.
you're good. I can talk a little bit about week two while you're gone. So obviously, guys, it was a good week, right? If you remember, there was a lot of rivalry, not maybe necessarily rivalry, maybe a couple rivalries, but more so divisional games in the league. Um, we had the battle of the baby Browns, Coach Brown, Alec Brown, and York's Saquon these nuts. We had the Mile High Mafia and Austin Hobber going against Dylan Wasco and Skull Vikings. I believe that was a fantasy bowl matchup at some point. Then, Sam Pond. I've been, on Sam Pond's ass, so he decides to beat me by 20 points or so. But as Grant goes along in leads, we can take a look.
All right, let's go back to week 2. Well, we
Uh,
can run through these quick.
yeah, week two is quickly. Um,
Oh, me just absolutely crushing against Longmire.
Yep,
Division
that was a ass kicking tough day to be a Longmire. Then obviously I lost my game I just mentioned. It's giving Sam Pond shit for a while just to get beat by 20. I know we both got that one wrong. We both predicted myself.
Yeah.
Jimmy's Coffee beating PJ's team.
We
Pretty,
both have that.
pretty shocking to me personally, but
Yeah.
best of us. Mile High Mafia. Yep, I'm like 90% sure these two played each other in a fantasy bowl in this league at some point. So that was an exciting game. I think we
We went
both
opposites on this one.
that's what I figured.
I went Mile High, you went Skull.
Dylan let me down again. Thanks, Dylan. Saquon, these nuts and baby Browns. That was a big shock. Speaking with Brown in the office, he's pretty disappointed in his fantasy team's performance so far, so I can see why.
Yeah.
Then finally, Nate against Austin Eggle. The Fighting Eagles struggling this year. Good on Nate, though. That's a big win right there. It helps when your quarterback gets 42 points, though, I suppose.
All
So,
right. Do you want to hear what our totals are at?
yeah, I would like to know how we finished.
We both went 4-2 again in
Four
week
and
2.
two.
Bring us back up again, 8-4.
Look at that. We're consistent at least.
Yep.
Hopefully,
Consistency.
That's right. Should be one thing in life, you should be consistent. Wayne from Letter.
So we got no predictions for this one because, like I said, we didn't do last week. So we can
Yep.
get we'll start. Yeah, we can start right here.
Yeah, so obviously, Nate's team. No, you're not, Sam. Off to a pretty solid start. You
Yeah,
know,
right
he
from the beginning, it looked like it didn't let up.
he he took control of it. He was I'm gonna I'm gonna put my foot on the gas, and he never looked back. I mean, Brown's team, yikes! It is a cluster right now. If you
I
scroll
want to
down,
say probably what 64 has to be probably one of the lower scores in a
yeah,
week
yeah,
by any team so far.
I scored 72, and I was just like, this is horrific. Like, I cannot fathom
Yeah,
anything.
granted, it's not a high scoring league, but you got to think if you don't score over 80 points, you really don't got a shot at all.
Not a chance. You need to score over 80 in this league if you're going to win some games.
Yeah. And I mean,
So,
even that, I feel like is pushing it.
yeah,
Not
the team's not
competitive,
scoring
scoring
80. I'm
under
pretty
it, but
upset.
it should.
So good on Nate though. He's had back to back really good quarterback performances this last couple weeks. So taking a look, I mean, when you have Lamar Jackson, who's just absolutely going off right now, uh,
Yeah.
he's got a tough matchup this week with the Bills. So I'll be curious to see how that looks.
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift kind of screwed him. Brandon Cooks, kind of shocking as well. He's not. I thought he'd do a little bit better against that Bears team, but uh,
Yeah. But
he's
also,
still
it's
scoring.
like he's got David Mills throwing to him.
That's true.
And
That's true.
so you can't expect him to be on every week.
I kind of sympathize with Brown right now, having Jefferson, who's been pretty AWOL the last couple weeks. 1.4 points against the Lions is not going to get it done. So
No.
Darren Waller 2.2, Pittsburgh Steelers defense 2 points. Like that's Marcus only getting 15. Like
Yeah.
you need to have some productivity out of your key players, and he's not getting it. So
Yeah. And hopefully Justin Jefferson can start being better than 1.4 for him because
yeah,
um,
Brown, if you want to trade me Justin Jefferson straight up for Jamar Chase, I know a guy who will do it. So maybe it's a change of scenery for both of us. So moving on, Longmire, taking out Eggel's team. Austin Eggle, a consistent team in this league, is 0-3.
you know,
That's a pretty tough start, but when your quarterback
it's
doesn't even get you 5 points, that'll do her.
yeah, and I mean in a league that only plays what? What's our regular season? 15 games?
Uh, we play every single week in the fantasy league, so probably 15.
15? 0 and
Yeah,
3 is hard to climb back from off the start.
it is. You only need to
He
make
needs to
top.
start stringing together some streaks of 3 win streaks, 4 win streaks.
Mhm.
He wants to start being competitive because, like I say, it's a slippery slope to come back from 0 and 3.
100%. And like we said before, you only need to make the top 8 to make the playoffs. So
Yeah.
he he's definitely not out of this. But if you scroll down, taking a look at his players, Justin Fields is a tough fantasy start.
Yeah.
uh Eckler has just been like, I always talk about first round bust, and Austin Eckler is that guy right now.
Yeah.
He has been struggling, even in PPR leagues that I've got him in. He is not.
Yeah. He hasn't been getting his touches like he normally does.
Nope. Who else? CeeDee Lamb
Uh,
has a dog.
Jalen
Jalen
Waddle,
Waddle,
though, I mean, that's a good grab right there.
he's a dog. I've got him in a PPR league. I mean, he has gotten over 100 yards the past 2 games. I'm not sure what his stats look like tonight, as I've got the Bengals and Dolphins on in the background here, but it could be another solid game for him. Hayden Hurst is a tough tight end. I'll always say it. Having a good tight end is probably the most valuable position in fantasy football.
Yeah.
Taking a look at Longmire's team now, a team who actually won. I'd be disappointed in Mooney. I've heard a lot of people and a lot of like whether it be Reddit or different, Twitter accounts, whatnot, Darnell Mooney was like the number one drop for people. Like they are just like he's not
They're
gonna get
over them.
touches. Like they are like it's just not gonna happen right now. There's a lot of better options. So the fact that
Yeah,
he won with Darnell Mooney is, good for him.
yeah,
Uh, Zeke played, he got some points. He performed well. That
yeah.
might be the first time I've ever said that. But -4 from the Chargers D. That's
That's a
disappointing.
tough one. That we talk about things that are hard to come back from.
Hmm.
-4 from a defense, even especially the Chargers, a good defense.
Yeah, that's against a Jaguars team who's not exactly the fucking 85 Bears out there.
Yeah.
So there's that. We've got, the closest matchup of the week. The
I,
battle of Wascos, Dylan Wasco against Jim Wasco. The Sun takes the dub by 0.16 points, which is
it's a close one.
that's a I'm pissing my pants the whole way through. It looked like, Monday night,
Who would
Dylan
he
was
have
able to take
playing?
care of it. But because Saquon went off. Saquon just got
Oh,
enough
yeah,
credit.
Saquon made the comeback for him.
He did.
Oh yeah,
So
you can see right at the last second, right?
probably
So
some garbage
that would
time.
that would have been end of the Monday night game.
hmm Came down to the final play, man. I'm sure.
Yeah. Damn,
So take
this must have been a good one to watch. Yeah, you can see
that's
him steady climb, steady climb.
that's a must win for Dylan though. He was 0-2 going into the game. Like, as obvious as it sounds, 1-2 feels a hell of a lot better than 0-3. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
'Cause right now, Dylan's sitting at that 9 spot. He's the last team out of the playoffs as of right now. So
Hmm.
0-3 probably puts you down to 11, and that's like, oof, I got some ways to go. But
Yeah.
uh, good on Jimbo though. 2-1 start, second team in the league. That's a hell of a hell of
Yeah.
a start. If I'm Jimbo, I'm feeling pretty good about myself.
Yeah.
But going down to their players, A Rod starting to figure it out a little bit. Cordero just being a freaking dude.
Yeah.
Me, Najee Harris, I love Najee. Stephon Diggs, disappointing 7 points, but
What a slow week, but I mean, what? Probably his first one.
yeah, no kidding. Like you're gonna get those every once in a while. AJ
AJ
Brown,
Brown doing really well for him at
well,
14 and a half.
Zach Ertz, solid. Lockett, solid. Joseph, he missed a kick, which now that I think about it, if he makes that, he missed two kicks, huh?
His 256 yarders.
I didn't get to watch the game. We had film here, but that's well, he makes one of those kicks. That's a dub for Jimmy
Yeah.
Cobb.
Yeah, that is true. True. All he needed was one of them.
All I needed was one. Who else? The Vikings D getting 2 points. Pathetic. That's not
Yeah.
against the. I mean, the Lions' offense is pretty damn good. They've got it's the third highest scoring team in the league, I believe. But Dylan's team, Stafford, that's disappointing. 10
Yeah.
points. Cooks, 13.6, solid. Saquon, good for Saquon.
He's
George Kittle,
all right
disappointed.
for him.
I
George
had
Kittle, yeah, big disappointment.
I had a $20 bet on Kittle to score a touchdown in that game to win 60. Like I was super disappointed. I was like, okay, Kittle's first game back against a, very
Beaten up, kind of
uh
morale is
49.
down.
Yeah, like,
Denver.
it's a game they should have won, but it is what it is. Theo getting his 50th touchdown, the stud himself. Congrats. And then the rest, the kicker. I mean, if I can get 6 points from my kicker and defense, I'm not super upset, I guess.
No.
So good for old Dylan for winning the Battle of Wascos. Um, the Battle of Nate and Hobber, you know, gave Nate props before. Or not Nate, sorry, Sam and Hobber. I gave Sam props for beating me, and then he goes and shits the bed against
Yeah.
Will Hobber. But if you take a look, why tight end scoring 0.5, quarterback under 10, running back under 4, like, oh my god. I just feel like I just feel like it's been very low scoring the first couple weeks. I don't know if I'm the only one who's felt that way, but
I,
wow.
I mean, yeah, a little bit, but I always thought this league was kind of a lower scoring
Mm-hmm.
league. Like, I mean, we always hovered around, we'll say high 80s, mid
Mm-hmm.
90s for scoring. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I think as we get closer to playoffs, everybody's in their groove, kind of finds and picks out the free agency pretty good. Then it
Yep.
starts getting up to the high 90s.
Yeah.
average.
But
Uh,
this game, I mean, 90 points. If I score 90 points in this league, I feel like I'm winning the game. It's
yeah, I got a lot of confidence going into it.
mhm. Logan Thomas though. Yikes. Allen Robinson. Fuck.
Yeah, Logan Thomas getting you half a point is it's not going to cut it.
Yeah, you better bring him in, Sam, to the office and have a good old chat with Logan. Like, hey,
Have a good
buddy.
old sit down.
But double digit points from the defense, both these
Both,
teams, though.
yeah, I say both defense. Uh, Love to see it. I mean, you're going positive now. You're going forwards, not backwards on that one.
Exactly right. They give you 10 to start with. Can you keep the 10?
Yeah.
So moving on. We got 2 games left from the week 3. You know, going into
Close one.
yeah, going into this game, I was pretty worried because he had, if you scroll down going against PJ, who the hell was his Monday night player? I can't remember now. I thought he had one. Maybe he didn't. Because it was Cowboys against Giants. I guess he didn't. But I was worried. Maybe he had the Sunday night game. Yeah, he had Debo. That's what it was. Debo on Sunday night. And I was like, oh shit, here we go. Like, I've had Debo Samuel. Debo Samuel helped me win the league last year by being an absolute freak. And yeah, he just came up short. And it
Yeah.
just comes back to, right? Obviously, 1 and 2, significantly better 0 and 3. 2 and 1 is light years better than 1 and 2. Like, it just feels significantly different.
Yeah. Well, you're in the positive category. So
But it comes back to, I took challenges here of not drafting a running back until like the 5th round, and Daryl Henderson, 1.7 points. That's just,
bro, you hate to see it.
you do. That's
Damian
why.
Pierce finally turning it on and getting
Yeah, he got some points against Chicago. That was sweet. Scary Terry had 0 at halftime. I've already voiced my displeasure for Jamar Chase already this year, but
yeah.
I'll take
Kelsey
6.
doing pretty good for you. Pittman being healthy.
Kelsey, yep, yep. I really need the Chiefs kicker to come back so I can get rid of Cade York. But
Oh, Butker.
yeah, is it Harrison Bucker? Yeah,
Yeah.
I need him to come back. I'm wasting 2 spots on a kicker, and I hate it. But PJ's team, not he did not bad. I mean, his downfall was the running backs combined for 7.8. If he has 2 solid running backs, this game's a blowout for him. He's got a dub. So
Yeah.
I'm not one to talk. My running back situation's pretty bad, but yikes. His team overall was pretty consistent. I just had a couple guys who scored more points in one area.
Yeah.
But I'll take the 2-1, 2-1 dub. Puts me in
Yeah.
3rd, so not bad. Then finally your game. No, it's closer than I would have imagined, right? I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
York.
especially if we're having 2 weeks in a row going pretty deep into the ones
Mhm.
to now finally scoring double digits.
And York's team is a solid 1 and 2. Like, he's 7th in the league right now, right? But he's got a solid, like, he's
But
had some
puts up points.
performances. Yeah, I mean, I think like the baseline, the benchmark in this league, if you're gonna win, has got to be like probably that 75 points. Like, at minimum, you're gonna have to score to try and win a game.
Yeah, I almost want to say 80 points is a
Sure.
base.
Yeah. Yeah.
70, you might, if you 75, you might squeak one away.
If I
And
score anything above 85 and lose, I'm upset. Like I'm very like, wow, what do you have to do?
yeah,
But like looking at both teams, right? I mean, you can see obviously Mark Andrews went off against the Patriots for you. That was awesome.
that
Antonio
helps.
Gibson, dog. Jonathan Taylor, he's having a tough start to the year. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, he had one good week.
Pollard Pollard was leading the game in rushing for the Cowboys at one point. I was pretty impressed by that. Tyreek Hill only getting 3.3 points is tough for you, but like again, your team could have easily blown them out. I mean,
Yeah,
York's team 3.8 combined by your running backs. Well, I guess you're starting two running backs. Derrick Henry obviously went off, but that's not going to get it done. Like, and again, if Aaron Jones scores a touchdown, Montgomery gets maybe 60 yards, man, that's a
it's a
dub for
different game
York.
then.
That's a
Yeah.
completely different game. Like, Ryan Tannehill was my starting quarterback last year when I won the league, and he was serviceable at times. There was times he pissed me off with like 8 points, but he was consistently like he's going to get you between 12 and 20 usually, but not a
Yeah.
bad pickup for York. Um, Otherwise, everything else was pretty basic. You're number one in the league still, Grant. The one thing I do want to know, I get never mind. That's not. Maybe the one thing just caught my eye here in the last sentence of the report. Straight cash homie 0-3 with 226 points scored total. Then Longmire's 2-1 with only like 30 more points scored. So that's a
Oh,
tough.
yeah.
That's a tough draw. But taking a look at week 4 now as we're on, so some of these scores will be live because we got guys playing.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Someone
record this on Thursday.
someone just scored. It was a tight end, I believe, for the Bengals. So they're probably gonna win this game now against the Dolphins. But you against Hopper, the
Yeah.
one against the number 12. Tyreek's obviously done well for you. Jalen Waddle only getting 40 points, or
Oh,
sorry,
look.
50.
Oh, shit. Look at that. Yeah. It's the Battle of Hill versus Waddle.
That's right. And you obviously did pretty well in that matchup as this game's basically over now.
Yeah.
Um,
But
you
that's
know,
happening.
taking a look at it right now, I don't know, man. Both defenses projected I guess it's not these aren't projected points or anything like that, but
Oh,
taking a
shit.
look at the matchups, I mean Taylor against Tennessee, Antonio Gibson usually plays pretty decent against the Cowboys. I like that for you. And then on his team, Fields against the Giants. I mean, God, he is not good, man. Justin Fields is just not a good fantasy football player. But I mean, Eckler goes off against the Texans. Is this the game finally Eckler gets some yards?
I mean, if there's any ever a game,
Yeah,
it
no
would be
kidding.
this one.
The Eagles against the Jags defense. Your defense is tough this week. They're really good. Obviously, Tyreek Hill just got you a couple more points, so you'll see those added up here for you.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This is a tough one. We're making our predictions right now.
I mean,
Grant,
I'll obviously say I'm going to go for me.
Tyreek Hill's getting you even more points this very second, so it's kind of cheating. But I'm gonna go with the fighting Aardvark Kings this week,
Hey,
personally.
hey, I get it. Rock, you can rock with me till you can't.
That's right. That's 100%. That's a great reference too, by the way. There's your additional point right there. You just got another point. So uh taking a look at it.
Just keep rolling, rolling, rolling.
That's right, Fred Durst. Let's go to next game. So Sam against PJ, both teams who need a win. And it looks like PJ's team is off to a solid start, right? Burrow just got a touchdown, so he got bumped up 4 more points. Mixon got robbed of a touchdown now, but
The 1-2 punch between them is looking pretty good for them.
if I'm getting 33 from my quarterback and running back, I'm feeling pretty solid to start the week off. But Dobbins, Brown, it's
Yeah, but also, man, Mixon matching up against Nick Chubb.
mhm.
And Nick Chubb is liable to go for 2, 3 touchdowns himself.
AJ Dillon's a goal line guy, he could steal some tutties. Devontae Adams, You know, based on what I'm looking at right now, I just feel like PJ's team to the right, Belichick Film School, is going to be able to pull this one off. I just don't. Brady's got a tough matchup with the Chiefs again.
Yeah,
Uh, Kyle Pitts is AWOL all the time. Like he should just be a dude, but he's got one touchdown in his whole entire NFL career. Like
yeah. And
ridiculous.
he's not even, I don't think he's getting many targets this year at all.
Mm-mm.
I think when I looked going into like after week 3 the other
Yeah,
day, he only had like 12 targets or something like that.
really.
I could be wrong, but I knew it wasn't very many. It's
Hmm.
it's not as much as you would expect for a number 4 overall pick.
Sure. And the other thing is, right, like the sleeper matchup I like for um maybe for Sam, the Packers are playing the Patriots without Mac Jones.
Yeah,
So, I mean, that could be a very, very good fantasy
big,
day
big
for the
city.
Packers. That could be 15, 16 points easily for the Packers. So, I'm
And
still going to
does
Belichick
he
film school
have
here.
what's his name back? Darius Leonard?
Shaq Leonard, right? Who?
Yeah, it's
For the Colts.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He could be.
Whatever Leonard is out or was
Yeah,
out.
he could be. Take a look at their benches real quick. I'm just curious to see.
What could be
Uh,
plugged in?
yeah. Uh, I guess this could be important for any bench players, but I don't know. No, I guess no one I'd really take
Putting
a look.
Logan Thomas on the bench.
Yeah, good. And after that fantasy performance, good job,
Yeah.
Sam.
Most
Talk.
are, I mean, for RB2, getting 7, getting 8, 10 ain't bad.
Yeah, I just bumped up a little bit.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's not bad for an RB2 in our league.
no, it's not. I would it's okay. It's too early to tell, but 8.1 on the bench would kind of irritate me.
Well,
So
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
go.
with, I'm gonna go with better than boohoo ass bitches. I think if Chubb, Devontae Adams, Allen Robinson, and Devin Singletary can all show up and have good weeks,
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why he can't beat Belichick Film School. It's gonna be tough. It's not gonna be easy,
Mm-mm.
but I think there's a road there. There's a path there.
Having played both these teams, I suppose no. I'm still rocking Belichick film school. I'm rocking with PJ.
All right.
Moving on to the next game, matchup number 3, I believe.
Yep. Matchup 3. Come on.
We've got ooh,
Yeah, you and Mile High Mafia.
yeah. So definitely not off to a glamorous start.
Glamorous.
McPherson has had a couple kicks since we started this. He hit the 50-yarder I saw, so made me cringe a little bit. But Jamar Chase got a couple more points for me, which was nice. T.
Yeah.
Higgins getting them 18 right away. Fearsing, anytime your kicker is getting you double-digit points, it's a good day.
It's a good week.
I'm gonna stick to my guns and go with me, but I did have the addition of Brees Hall this week. I traded Julio Jones for Brees Hall with Jimmy's
Yep.
coffee. I'm hoping that one comes in clutch for me. I needed a running back, obviously, seeing as I waited till the 5th round to draft one.
Yeah.
So we'll see. He'll probably suck, and Julio will score 15 touchdowns for the rest of the year. But um, Hurts, Kamara, Sanders, Cup, Higgins, Njoku, Christian Kirk.
I
These
think he must have picked up Njoku after last week's performance, two tutty performance. Does Njoku do it again?
It's a good question.
That's
Uh,
I think his team is kind of hinging on that happening.
mhm.
Because I think this could be a close matchup. And if he gets a donut from that tight end category, I think that could be the make or break for this matchup here.
Certainly could be.
'Cause I
It's one.
think I mean Travis Kelsey should have a pretty good game against Tampa. I mean Tampa's a good defense,
Mm-hmm.
but it's Travis Kelsey and Patrick Mahomes.
Patty Mahomes wants to come out in prime time, go down to Tampa Bay where they lost to the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah,
Shine. So, you want to take a look at the bench real quick? It's
yeah.
possible.
You know why, man? So
What is
different
it?
this
What
year.
is this?
Feel safe.
.com ads, baby. If only he would have started Tua for me. Rest in peace, Tua, as he got fucked up tonight.
Yep.
Oh,
Happy
that was-
birthday in heaven, Tua.
happy birthday and heaven. Say hi to Kobe for us.
Yep.
All right, so moving on. Who'd you pick?
I didn't pick. I haven't made my pick.
I'm rocking with me because
My
it's
gut
me.
says you. My head says Mile High.
My head tells me Mile High too, seeing as he's started off with damn near 30 points with 2 players. So
That's nothing you can't come back from. That's
no,
easy.
it's not.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go with you. Why not?
All right, let's see it.
I believe in you. I believe you can do that. Pull
Thank
that
you.
up.
Jimmy's Coffee against Skull Vikes. The Battle of Wasco again? Am I going crazy? Didn't they play each other in week 2?
Week 2, you think?
Week 3, they played each other. Yeah, this is a immediate rematch of Skull Vikes and Jimmy's Coffee.
Huh.
Interesting, NFL.com. They wanted the Battle of the Wascos back to back. So
Back to back.
yeah, I mean, it was a close game. It was so good that, Dylan only won by 0.16 that they were like, we got to get a rematch going. I like it. So,
What happens this week?
yeah, I think, quickly going through it, seeing it's the same matchup, I think the fight in Jimmy's Coffee pulls it off, right?
You think they go back to back?
Yep. Rogers is going to go off against the Pats. Diggs is going to come back. Harris has got a nice matchup against the Jets.
Hold on to his bench.
Well, they had no one play each other this week.
Because
He's got Julio Jones. Jones is going to bless him with a dub this week.
he's
Yeah,
got a backup for Dalvin Cook if he doesn't play. He's got no other running back in his bench. He's literally got 2 running backs on his team.
That's a bold move, and I don't know.
So if Dalvin doesn't play, if he's not 100 and they don't put him on a plane to go over to London,
Oh, they're already over in London.
London town.
London town at the fighting Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, which is their logo right there. Go Spurs. That's my team. Vikings are going to win at my favorite soccer team's place. But I'm going Jimmy's Coffee because we got to get a
Jimmy's Coffee too, just because risking it with Dalvin Cook might not playing. I mean, come on, buddy, pick up somebody.
Come on, Dylan. You're better than that.
Who would he drop? Anyone worth? Yeah,
No one.
worth going after. All right, next.
Well, Longmire against Saquon. These Newts. Allen. Herbert has the better matchup, but is he healthy enough to do it? Jones has got the better matchup. I'm gonna go with Saquon these nuts.
Yeah, that's where my head's at too.
Longmire might be 2-1, but I just feel like York, Saquon, these nuts guys have a better draw. And I didn't realize Longmire had the Dolphins defense with 1 point, so that already is gonna look better for York's team. So I'm quickly going with York's team here.
Yeah.
What do
All
we
right,
got?
our last matchup.
The Baby Browns against No, you're not Sam. Nate is a quiet 2-1 this season. Brown finally got a dub, or maybe Brown won week 1. He did win week 1 against Straight Cash Homie.
Yeah.
So just taking a look at the matchups, right? Jackson better than Mariota. McCaffrey should be better than Hunt. Robinson against Williams. I would lean Williams. Cooks and Evans are both about similar for me. Jefferson should be better than Johnson. Waller should be better than Knox. You know,
I go Damian Harris over London. I mean, Drake London's had a couple good games, but
he's playing the Packers though, and they know they're gonna run the ball. So, I'm gonna go with No You're Not, Sam. That's gotta be my
yeah,
match here. I just don't
yeah,
see it.
I feel like that's the right move.
Taking a look at the bench quickly to see if they sat anybody. It's always a good feeling. No one. No one. So interesting. So we got about 2.5 minutes left before this dies out on us. Do you want to take a look at the standings quickly before we head out?
Yeah,
So obviously you're in first place. I know that. So I guess I'm in third. So there's two teams in the champions. Oh,
I went overall. Do you want divisional?
yeah, can you go divisional just to see how many
Yeah,
teams per division? So in the champions, myself and PJ, the 3 and 8 spot. The one thing, 1 and 2 is a lot of different spots right now. It's close to, what, top eight, or it's top eight to, whatever right now. So two teams in the elite division with Jimmy's Coffee and Mile High Mafia. That was a big win last week by Dylan to bump up. So the veterans division has 3 teams in the playoffs. You obviously is the 1 seed, and then Longmire and Saquon, these nuts. Then Nate's kind of running away with the Masters right now. That's
yeah,
a that's a really big. This week is big. Now that I think about it, for No You're Not Sam and the Baby Browns. If Nate wins
yeah.
that game, he's got a 2-game lead.
Who does Straight Cash Homie play? Oh, they play me. Oh, yeah. 0-4 for them.
Hmm.
The 3-0 versus the 0-3.
Yep, and then who do I play again? Sorry, I play
Mile High.
Mile High. So
2-1. Battle 2-1. Yeah,
that's pretty good.
you've outscored them by 10 points.
You know,
That'll be a close matchup. That'll be pretty good. And I mean,
that will
even
be.
points against is not less is about 9 point difference. So
That is very interesting.
that's
So
a evenly matched team right there. It's an
that's
evenly
right.
matched matchup.
That's right. So we're in the less than a minute left. Again, guys, great job with the activity in the league. I've been, very happy with that. Guys are dropping, adding. Obviously, I made a trade this week. Again, this league is active by you guys. Without you guys participating, being active, it's a dead league, and nobody loves that, right?
Yeah. And
So when I
guys,
can,
write in the comments if you guys want on what format you guys like better for when we talk.
yes,
Do you like the
yes,
graphics that I make, or do you like when we just have the website?
yes.
Let us
Either
know what you
way,
like, and we'll be better about